All right. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most legendary names in the entire automotive world, the Shelby GT500. But that begs a question, right? What is it? What's the secret sauce that takes a car that's already cool and powerful and turns it into a true, timeless legend? Well, as it turns out, the recipe is pretty specific. You need the guts of a World War II pilot, the genius of a Le Mans champion, and yeah, a whole lot of venom. And that story, it all starts with one guy. Okay, let's get into it, because you really can't understand the car until you understand the larger-than-life man who brought it to life. The one, the only, Carroll Shelby. You know, this one fact tells you everything you need to know about the man. He didn't just make motorsport history. He completely dominated it from every possible angle. Winning the toughest race on Earth as a driver, then doing it again as a manufacturer with his own car, and then again as a team manager. Nobody else has ever done that. That's the level of genius he brought to the Ford Mustang. So let's wind the clock all the way back to the 1960s. With a mastermind like Shelby in charge, this is where the legend was officially born. The story goes like this. Ford made the Mustang's engine bay just big enough to cram a massive big block V8 into it. And Shelby? Well, he got right to work. And this was the result, the 1967 GT500. I mean, just look at these numbers for back then. A giant 428 cubic inch V8, 355 horsepower, and a 0 to 60 time of just 6.5 seconds. In 1967, those figures were absolutely out of this world. And just to give you an idea of how fast this thing really was, the only car in Ford's entire lineup that could beat it around a track was the Le Mans winning GT40 race car. So yeah, this wasn't just some fast Mustang. For its time, it was a true supercar. So after sleeping for decades, the snake woke up. In the 2000s, right when retro car design was making a huge comeback, the GT500 returned. And it didn't just return quietly. It came back ready to pick a fight, kicking off a whole new horsepower war. And at the absolute peak of that generation, the 2013 model, the power just exploded. We're talking a supercharged 5.8-liter V8 churning out a massive 662 horsepower. It had an official top speed of over 200 miles an hour. This machine completely rewrote the rules for what a factory Mustang could be. But Ford wasn't building this car in a bubble, you know? The competition was getting really stiff. Their biggest rival, Chevy, had just dropped the new Camaro ZL1, and it was packing a serious punch with 580 horsepower. And you know how it is in the American muscle car world. A challenge like that, you just can't ignore it. Ford's hand was forced. They had to come up with an answer. And oh, did they respond. They didn't just want to match the competition, they wanted to absolutely obliterate it. The goal was 650 horsepower, and they blew right past it, creating an engine that made an incredible 662 horsepower straight from the factory. But here's the bittersweet part of the story. In what feels like unbelievably poignant timing, Carroll Shelby passed away in 2012. He had given his final blessing to this project, but he never got to see this 200-mile-per-hour monster become what so many people consider his ultimate legacy. Just a truly fitting final statement to an incredible life. And that brings us to the next big leap. The GT500 was about to change its personality again, evolving from a straight-line bruiser into a totally modern, track-devouring apex predator. The latest version, which ran from 2020 to 2022, is without a doubt the most powerful Mustang ever built. Under that hood is the Predator engine, and what a perfect name, a 5.2-liter supercharged V8 making a mind-melting 760 horsepower. 0 to 60, a neck-snapping 3.4 seconds. But here's where things get really interesting. You'd think the newer, more powerful car would be faster overall, right? Well, not exactly. The 2014 car could break 200 miles an hour, but the new one is limited to 180. And what that tells you is that Ford's entire philosophy changed. They traded that absolute top speed for advanced aerodynamics and a ton of downforce, turning the GT500 into an absolute monster on a racetrack. But at the end of the day, the GT500's legacy isn't just about horsepower or how fast it goes around a track. It's about its rock-solid place in our culture. And a huge piece of that icon status comes from these unbelievable special editions. I mean, you've got the GT500 KR, the king of the road, the GT500H for that legendary Hertz Rent-A-Racer program, the Shelby American Signature Edition, and then there's the absolutely bonkers Code Red, a twin-turbo beast that can make up to 1,300 horsepower. Just insane. All of those are amazing, but for literally millions of people all over the world, there's one name, one single car that stands above all the rest. Elevar. Yup, you know the one. The hero car from the 2000 remake of Gone in 60 Seconds. This custom 67 GT500 became a global pop culture icon. It introduced the Shelby name to a whole new generation and cemented its legacy not just in car history, but in movie history. So that brings us to today. As of right now, there is no new GT500 in production. The mightiest Mustang is gone, at least for now. Which leaves us with one last big question. Will the king of the road ever come back to reclaim its throne?